everybody, and welcome to Family Storytime with the Mentor Public Library. My name is Mallory, and this week we're going to be reading books about trying something new. But before we get started, let's work out our wiggles by doing If You're Happy and You Know It. All right, let's go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Hooray! All right, let's get started. So our first book today is going to be called Jabari Jumps by Gaia Cornwall. I'm jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swim test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board, as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, down, down. Splash! Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You can go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb, up and up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari. Maybe you should climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounded like a good idea. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself I am ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops feeling scary and feels a little like a surprise. Jabari loved surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb. Up and up and up and up. Until he got to the top, Jabari stood up straight. He walked all the way to the end of the board. His toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. "I love surprises," he whispered. He took a deep breath, spread his arms, and bent his knees. Then he sprang up off the board, flying. Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, down, down he went, and then back up. Whoosh! "Jabari, you did it," said his dad. "I did," said Jabari. "I'm a great jumper. And you know what?" "What?" said his dad. Surprise double backflip is next. The end. Well, even though it was scary, Jabari decided to try something new, and he ended up having a lot of fun. So before we get into our next book, how about we sing a song called The Bunny Hop? Now during the song, I'm going to try something new. I've never really played the tambourine before, so this is new to me. Alright, so let's go. Deep in the greenwood, animals play, hopping and jumping the day away. Follow the animals in their game. Here we go now, let's do the same. Hop, hop, hop like the bunny, hop, hop, hop like the bunny, hop, hop, hop like a bunny, hop like a bunny, hop, hop, hop. Deep in the greenwood, animals play, hopping and jumping the day away. Follow the animals in their game. Here we go now, let's do the same. Jump, jump, jump like a joey, jump, jump, jump like a joey, jump, jump, jump like a joey, jump like a joey, jump, jump, jump. Deep in the greenwood, animals play, hopping and jumping the day away. Follow the animals in their game. Here we go now, let's do the same. Leap, leap, leap like a froggy, leap, leap, leap like a froggy, leap, leap, leap like a froggy, leap like a froggy, leap, leap, leap. Hop, hop, hop like a bunny, jump, jump, jump like a joey, leap, leap, leap like a froggy, hop like a bunny, hop, hop, hop. All right. Now let's get into our next book. The next book we have is called The Cow Who Climbed a Tree by Gemma Marino. Tina was a very curious cow. She had a thirst for discovery. Her mind was full of wonderful things, all of which her sisters found very silly. Impossible, ridiculous, nonsense, they would say every time she told them her amazing ideas. Her sisters were only interested in one thing: fresh and juicy grass. One day when Tina was exploring the woods, she decided to try something new. She began to climb a tree. Up and up she went. When she got to the top, Tina couldn't believe her eyes. What is it? It's a dragon! Unlike the fierce dragons she had seen in her books, this one was friendly and vegetarian. All afternoon, they talked about wonderful dreams and incredible stories. Tina couldn't wait to tell her sisters about her new friend. But her sisters were not impressed. Dragons don't exist. cows can't climb trees? Impossible, ridiculous, nonsense, they said. And with that, they went to bed. But the next morning, Tina was nowhere to be seen. Her sisters found a note. Gone flying with the dragon of the woods, Tina. Well, that was it. Tina's nonsense had gone too far. The sisters decided to go and find her and bring her home. For the first time, they ventured beyond the farm and into the woods. They had never imagined it would be so beautiful. And then they came across something very strange. Do you see the little piglet with a little backpack on? Impossible, they said. But the first sister began to climb, and one after another, up they went. The world beyond the fields was extraordinary. But where was Tina? Suddenly, the sisters looked up. It was impossible. It was ridiculous. It was nonsense. But it was true. Tina was flying. And when she asked her sisters to join her, they said something they had never said before. Yes, why not? After that, they just couldn't wait to see what else was possible. The end. Well, see, trying something new can lead us on these grand adventures. So don't be afraid to try something new here and there. Well, thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon. Bye.